Throughout the rehearsal process, I had a problem where if I felt I understood a character to the fullest of my potential, I would do this thing where I withdrew myself from scenes. Not that I didn't try anymore, but I thought in my head, right, that's me done. I have my character down. There's nothing else needed of me. But what I should have done if I felt I understood my characters is actually engaged more across the three scenes, what was going on simultaneously, working with the other actor or actresses to not only help them develop their character, perhaps if they didn't have a full understanding of their character, but also they could point out something which I never even thought about, or could show a new kind of perspective or understanding to one of my characters. For example, with John. John is a relatively minor character. So, in terms of grasping to understand, he didn't have that much to understand. It was the kind of great sense of loss and his compassion for Anna and Carol. They were kind of the main aspects which I felt I understood, and quite early on. Whereas what I should have done to really develop John, but also possibly helping Carol, played by Catherine, is I should have looked at the effect John had on Carol, because not only would that develop John in a way that he's no longer this kind of one-dimensional I love you, Carol, I care about you and all, and this is all I'm going to show. If I explored and worked more with Catherine, the kind of the effects John has on Carol, we could have possibly picked up more kind of, not nicer moments, but kind of picked up more interesting moments without the play, and possibly made it seem like a more realistic relationship. The only example I can think when we actually did this was in scene 8, when Carol walks on with the plates. Now within this, me and Catherine played around with the idea that when Carol comes on, John follows her kind of with his eyes and follows her around the room whilst she's setting the table, with this kind of smile on his face and this kind of great sense of compassion showed to her. Now, that was kind of the kind of understanding of John I had. He loved Carol very much, and that was him showing his compassion for her. But the way we develop that scene a bit more is Catherine notices John, sees John what she's doing, but chooses to ignore him. You see her almost turn away from him, and doesn't even interact when she comes in. And I think those kind of smaller developments would have really helped me throughout the play, if I just because it meant I could not only contribute more back, but also I think it would have grasped my understanding of John even more, but also my understanding of Carol, because we would have explored, if I didn't just withdraw myself, we could have explored in a lot more scenes the kind of effects John really has on Carol.